Hi, and thank you for watching TargetedWest.com. This is DJ Chris. I'm here in beautiful Lodi, California. As you can see by my festive hat, it's the holiday season. Today is the 22nd of December. This is show number 144. The opinions of our guests are that they're of their own and not that of Targeted West or DJ Chris. Our co-producer Name is here with us. Tranquility is here with us tonight. And we have a special guest that Tranquility is going to tell you about right now. So let's go ahead and have Tranquility inform us who our guest is tonight at Targeted West.
Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming tonight's special guest, Ann Baker. Ann is the president of the Havana Syndrome Task Force and a leading advocate in the fight to bring awareness and action to targeted individuals and those affected by Havana Syndrome. She's here tonight to share her work and discuss the upcoming 2025 inauguration rally, Sounding the Alarm on Havana Syndrome, happening January 20th through 21st, 2025, at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Let's give a warm welcome to Ann Baker. Woo!
Well, hello, Ann Baker. How are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on the call this evening. Thank you so much, you and Tranquility. I really appreciate being here because I do want to let all targeted individuals, and not only targeted individuals, but all individuals, let them know we're sounding the alarm. We are the forgotten American citizens under the Havana Act of year 2021, Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021. And I'm here to let everyone know that this is a civil and human rights movement. This is the new civil and human rights movement that we are trying to get across to not only the administration but also to the American public that we are suffering. We are suffering tremendously, and we are the forgotten ones under Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021. We have the inauguration, which is coming up. This is an opportunity for us to speak up and speak out on this issue. The inauguration rally as well as the conference will be held January 20th through the 21st of year 2025. So as you know, it is right around the corner. We will be picketing and marching at the U.S. Capitol on January 20th, the same day as the inauguration. Of course, we will be there in the afternoon after the inauguration ceremony itself. We hope to unite individuals in this cycle of individuals we have forgotten about, that the administration has forgotten about the American people, and this violates our rights. This violates our human rights and our civil rights. We are American citizens. There's no way we should be suffering in pain the way that we are. But as I said, this is the new civil and human rights movement. And we've got to get out there. We've got to participate. So please do go to tievents.org. You will get an update as to what is going on, what is happening. This is an opportunity for you to participate as targeted individuals around this country. We need to stand together and be supportive of one another so that we let the administration know we are sick and tired of our letters and our phone calls and our attempts to reach out to the administration for us to be ignored again and again and again. We are standing together and standing in support of one another and knowing that this is wrong. This is desperately wrong. We've got to do something about it. We got to let our brothers, our sisters, our relatives, our neighbors, our friends, and so forth, to let them know that these are issues that we never, ever should have had to fight over. But we're fighting for our freedom. We're fighting for the fact that we're American people and we do not deserve what we're getting. We're getting ignored by the administration as we're being targeted by directed energy weapons. And I'm speaking out as an advocate, and I've been an advocate for a very, very long time. The Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021 is an indication that the administration is aware of these weapons. So we have been over many, many years trying to explain to the administration these weapons do exist. We come up with patents. We submitted those to the administration. We've submitted so much evidence to them, the existence of these weapons. Now the administration acknowledges under the Havana Act of year 2021, yeah, these weapons do exist. And yeah, individuals can be targeted by these weapons. Under this particular legislation, it only recognizes individuals from the intelligence community. As those individuals exist, there are other American citizens who are being hit by these weapons. We want acknowledgement. We want to be heard. We want the administration to include us in this legislation. We deserve this. We have been standing here for a long time in pain and suffering, and the administration has been ignoring us. Now we want inclusion. We want inclusion. We want to be heard. We want the administration to acknowledge the fact that we've been here for many long years, beyond the year 2016, which the legislation only acknowledged. We've been here for a lot longer than that. But we know that we must do something now to make sure that the administration moves and includes us in this legislation. So I'm asking you to participate. I'm asking you to come out and participate in our rally and in our conference. Now, on the first day, we will have the rally, which will be January the 20th, which is on a Monday. And we will stand out there in the cold. We will do whatever we need to do to march and picket and let the administration know that we are not going away. We're not disappearing. We're not going to just say, hey, well, we didn't make the success we were looking for, and we're going to give up. That is not an option. We will not be giving up. We will be continuing on if the administration decides that they continue to stonewall us and forget that we even exist, and they pretend like they don't get our letters. We have been writing and writing, and we want acknowledgement. We want recognition, and we want to be heard, and we want to be included under this legislation. So I'm asking you to come out and unite with us, and so we can end this cycle of discrimination, because that essentially is what it is. It is discrimination against the American public. To include only one group and exclude the rest of us, that is not under the Constitution. That is not under the Constitution, and we demand to be included in this legislation. That's what we're fighting for, because it does violate our civil and human rights, and so we suffer in pain every day. We are an American citizens standing together for this inauguration rally, which will be coming up January the 20th, and the 21st we will have the conference, and hopefully we will get individual guest speakers such as Dr. Bird that will speak on the Havana Syndrome Act letter and patient letter that you can possibly get from your doctor. I understand there are 3 individual doctors you can possibly get this letter from. And we hope to get Dr. Bird. We'll come out and speak on what are the procedures, what are the various type of tests, and if you have any questions you may want to ask him, now is the time to speak up and ask those questions so that we can get answers and be able to get this letter that is required, so far as I understand it, on the Havana Act year of year 2021. This letter, Havana patient letter, is very, very important. So that would be one step. And to ask questions, if we have questions on this issue, definitely this is an opportunity for us to ask those questions and get some type of resolve so we can move forward. People, we need to move forward. And I'm trying to help everyone I can in doing so. So any success that I get is a success for the entire group. It's a success for all target individuals across this country. And you can believe that and count on every word that I say. I'm bounded by my word and what I say here, and that is for sure. Also, we are so fortunate to have Dr. Millicent Black. She will be coming out to speak and let us know what we should do when we're faced with medical professionals who want to claim that we're psychiatrically ill or something is wrong with us psychiatrically. So she will be explaining what are some of the do's and don'ts that you are maybe faced with, and some of the things you may want to jot down or write down when a doctor tells you certain things and medications that they believe that you must take and so forth. So we will have her there as well. At a minimum, she will be coming in virtually. I'm trying to get her to come in person. Of course, we need your donations in order to make these things happen, because we're talking about people's travel. And you know, all of that costs money. To put together something like this does cost money. We're talking signs, we're talking picketing, we're talking people traveling, we're talking transportation, and all of that does take money. So if you go to tievents.org and go to Havana Syndrome rallies and conferences, click on that, please. Go ahead and register. Come out to support. We need your visual presence. We need you to be there. We need for you to be there so you can support and let the administration know it's not just a handful of us, but it's hundreds and thousands of us across the country who are standing and saying that we deserve to be included under this administration's Havana Act of year 2021. And that's what we're standing and marching and picking for, inclusion in this law, because we deserve, as American citizens, we deserve to be included. And so that's what we're coming out and marching and picketing for. This is sounding the alarm to the administration again, as we have put on several of these rallies and conferences, and we will not be giving up. We will not be giving in. And as I said, this is not an option. So please do go to tievents.org. We will supply you with updates as we get closer to the January 20th and 21st date of year 2025. That's right around the corner. We need for you to donate. If you can't come, give us whatever donations you possibly can to make this a successful event. We do want this to be successful. And also, I am putting together an easel board of American citizens across this country who are targeted individuals. Of course, I'm not going to identify you by name or anything like that. I just need your photo. Need your photo to put on our easel board. This is an illustration of targeted individuals across this country. I will give you my phone number. My number is 312-388-5329. Just text your photo, take a picture of your photo, text it to my phone number that I just gave to you, so that I can put it on our easel board. That would be fantastic, because I want to show that there are so many of us across this country who are being targeted by directed energy weapons, and we deserve to be included in this legislation. Also, as you go to tievents.org, you can go to our store as well. Click on that. We will have hoodies, T-shirts, and a lot of other particular items you can purchase that would help with our donations and so forth. You come out, wear a shirt. We will have signs there as well. And don't forget about our petition. It is also there at tievents.org, Havana Syndrome rallies and conferences. If you scroll down to the end of the page, after you register, of course, scroll down to the end of the page, you will find our petition. Our petition states that we are definitely ready and willing to go to court to show the administration that we are going to sue them if they don't come up with a way to include us in this legislation, and they are not adhering to the fact that we're calling out and writing letters and have been for many long years, and they've been stonewalling us and sweeping our letters under the rug. This is an unacceptable way of handling this issue. This issue must be dealt with. And we're insisting upon that, and we're not going away, as I said, and we're not disappearing. So please do, let's stand together, people. let's stand together and show the president, vice president, and all those involved in the Havana Act of year 2021. This is an issue that's going to have to open the doors for all American citizens across this country. There are four senators who are directly involved with writing the bill and putting the bill forward. And I do have a couple of senators here in the state of Illinois who are definitely directly involved in that too. They've been stonewalling us, and that is unsuccessful, unacceptable ways of handling this issue. We want it to be addressed, and we want it to be dealt with properly. So please do come out. Please, let's stand together. Please, anything you can donate to us, we really appreciate that. That helps us move forward, people. That help us do a great job in putting these events together. It helps us do a great job in knowing that we're going to get success. And also, Gaji from Targeted Justice will also be there. She's going to speak on hope and moving forward, because this is not something that's going to depress us. It's not something that's going to say, hey, this is a hopeless situation. What we're going to do is put aside all of those issues, all of our pain and suffering, and we're going to keep moving forward, because this is an opportunity for us to be heard. And I insist upon doing that. And I will stay with this issue as long as it's on the table and it's not resolved. I promise you that. So please do come out and support. Please do send me your photo. Please do go to our store and purchase our particular items we have there, and also sign the petition, because we intend upon going to court. We intend upon making the administration responsible for the fact that we have not been heard over all of these years, and we suffer in pain each and every day. This is totally ridiculous. So let's fight, people. Let's fight together. Let's unite and let the administration know they're going to have to deal with this issue a whole lot better than what they have been, a whole lot better. And I just want to let you know that I'm here. My email address is also attached with that information, tievents.org. Go to Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021 rallies and conferences. Click on that. You will find my email address as well as my phone number. Please do feel comfortable in giving me a call if you should have any questions beyond what we have here today. Of course, I will come back too and supply you with an update in about a week or a week and a half from today. So are there any questions or anything you care to ask at this particular point in time? I'd be happy to answer.
Well, I'd like you to say your phone number one more time, if you can, for everyone to get that
sure.
For the recording,
sure.
Please.
Yeah, my phone number is area code 312-388-5329. Yeah, I'll give it to you again. It's 312-388-5329.
Very good. This is incredible. And looks like someone just signed the petition that you have.
Oh, great. Oh, fantastic.
So everybody's got the information in the chat room right now. Of course, if you're not on the chat room, you have instructions to go to TI Events, and you'll be able to do the same thing as if you were on the call. This will go on Spotify and YouTube and BitChute and archive.org, and we'll have you again in a couple weeks. So let's ask you a couple questions. So have you naturally been a leader in your life? Because you are a leader in this for sure, and I'm very impressed. Have you had a history of leading people in the past?
Yes, I have had a history of events and putting on causes such. I was an EEO person at my agency, Department of Defense. And of course, you know, I fight for human rights and civil rights for individuals all across the board. I didn't care what nationality you are. It didn't matter to me what disability you may have or may not have. I always fought for equal rights, whether it was employment history or whatever type of history you're involved in, I would definitely step out and fight for you. As I said, I had a background with the Department of Defense and also with the Department of Agriculture as a chemist. I fought for individuals for their rights in as employment area to make sure that we had individuals, or whether, like I said, whether they had a disability, what the situation may be, you would not be able to cause them problems in terms of civil rights, civil and human rights across the board. So that's been my involvement, and I've also put on events concerning these issues, and always out in the forefront and trying to make things more equal along the way as life goes on.
Great. And did you end up getting targeted while you were working for the DoD? Is that how you ended up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a contract
from a contractor, or were you a contractor, or did you work directly for them?
I worked for the DoD and as a contract specialist, and so I work directly with leaders in this technology, like Boeing and also Lockheed Martin, which are leaders in this technology. And so, as a contract specialist, I'm speaking up for the government and the government's behalf, and that's where I was implanted, and that was the result of my particular issue. And so I've been a targeted individual for a number of years now, and so I know what it's like to suffer in pain. I know what it's like for us to be deprived of our rights as American citizens, human and civil rights. And I insist upon standing up for those. Those are basics under the Constitution. And we should never, ever have had to fight for our freedom. But this is where we are. And so we're faced with this. And so I must do what I know is the right thing to do. And so I know we're on the right side of God. And God is definitely standing with us. That's for sure.
I agree. God bless you, and God bless this call. And I hope many people show up for your event. So you're also targeted, of course, and you're getting the Havana syndrome done to you. I know I get mostly the telepathy or V2K, but sometimes they zap me in the feet and remind me to talk to them if I'm ignoring them. Other than that, and I know Len Burr mentioned that he gets the voices, and that was part of his official Havana syndrome diagnosis. So they can do all sorts of things to you, not only directed energy weapons. So I'm glad to hear about this. This is incredible, this event.
Yes. Definitely. And I really support everyone coming out. And if they need to be paired up with someone going to tievents.org, you will find the places to stay document. I will be staying at the last hotel that's listed there. If you need to be paired up with someone in terms of getting the cost down, you can split, the cost with someone in terms of a hotel stay or so forth. If you're going to stay overnight or a couple of days, that would be fantastic. Please do get in contact with me and let me know. I'll do my best to try to pair you up with someone who is also a targeted individual.
That's good to know, in case people want to split a room or split the ride. So you'll have a carpool. You'll have a carpool set up too.
Yes, I'm going to try to have a carpool set up too, and of course, it depends on the monies and so forth in terms of renting a vehicle and so forth. We're going to try to have a caravan if we can. People coming from the state of Illinois traveling to Washington, D.C., we're going to try to pick up a couple people along the way, as we may have another vehicle traveling with us too. So we want to make sure as many people as possible get an opportunity to come to this event. It is definitely going to be historic. It is a historic event. This is an inauguration rally of year 2025. It will never come back around again. So we have a new president who will be coming into office. I will be writing the old president, President Biden, and see if he can also sign any type of legislation that will include us in the Havana Act of year 2021. at this juncture, and also if there's no success in doing that, I will be writing President Trump as well, and letting him know about our situation and how we employ him to do whatever he can do to make sure that we are included in this legislation. So at every turn of the corner, we will be letting the administration know we're out here and we're suffering and we've been deprived of our constitutional rights and we demand to be heard. So that's what we will be doing. And I always write.
So you'll be continuing this fight even after the event.
Yes, that's what I want everyone to know. I will be continuing. If we gain no success, we definitely will be continuing. That's for sure. And I know there are several other people who are doing several other things, and I commend and support them. There are several ways we can accomplish this and get this done. There are several ways we could bring this to the administration attention, and that's what we want to do. We want to bring this to their attention, which we know they already know about this, but we want them to address it. We don't want to be swept under the rug anymore. We want them to address the issue. That's what we want.
I agree. Well, let's take a quick break for a moment. We just have a quick message from our friends at Cyber Shield.
Okay.
And then we'll continue with the next part and the Q&A session from the audience. How does that sound?
It sounds great. Okay.
Here we go.
This is cybershieldinfo.com. We manufacture a shielding device that protects the body and head from harmful ionizing electromagnetic frequencies. This is the most powerful high-tech shielding device made specifically for targeted individuals who are assaulted with harmful radiation and pain. Do you want to feel better? We also offer complimentary in-person demonstrations in the San Francisco Bay Area. For photos, pricing, and more details, visit cybershieldinfo.com.
Again, that's cybershieldinfo.com. Now back to the interview with Ann Baker. That's the person we're speaking with, and she's the Havana Syndrome group that's going to D.C. Would you like to go to Q&A mode and see what people have to ask you?
Yes, I would.
Okay, very nice. Yes, you are *6 to unmute, and I see Helen was waiting in the queue first. Helen, did you have a question for Ann Baker? Guess not. All right, anybody have a question for Ann Baker? Do *6 and you can ask your question. *6 if you have a question for Ann Baker.
Hello, Ann. I'm sorry. Do you have a list of major cities where the share writing is taking place? Would it be on TI conference, or do we need to call you?
No. Go to tievents.org and then scroll down to the bottom, and you'll find Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021 rallies and conferences. Click on that, and it'll take you to our flyer, our page, and you can go ahead and register there, and we'll let you know about places to stay, the hotel, as well as where we will be at various times of the day starting January the 20th and the 21st. We're going to update that as closely as we get to the January 20th date. We will be updating it on an ongoing regular basis. And also you have my phone number there as well as my email address. Feel free to give me a call or please do email me. I can give out my email address in case those who may not have the convenience of going to tievents.org at this time. My email address is ANSASHEUIA2004 at yahoo.com. And I'll say it again, ANSASHEUIA2004 at yahoo.com. And my phone number is 312-388-5329. Feel free to call me or give me an email. Yeah. I look forward to everyone coming out and supporting and standing with us and doing whatever you can in terms of donations, because we do need those in order to make these events successful in terms of travel and carpooling and so forth. And those who would definitely want to come, if they're short monies, please do try to get in contact with me. And if you need to be paired up with someone in terms of reducing your costs, in terms of hotel stay and things like that, give me a call and I'll see what I can do. But I do need your support. I can't do it alone. I do need for you to stand with me and support me, because any success I gain, we all gain. Believe me, we all gain success. And take a photo of yourself on your phone, just right on your phone, just a headshot, and send it to me. I'll include it on my easel board. I have several photos there already, and I will not identify you by name ever. I will never do that. But I will definitely include your photo on my easel board to show individuals across this country we are targeted by directed energy weapons, and we're suffering in pain. We don't deserve that. And under Havana Act of year 2021, there is compensation and there is medical care. And that's what we are asking for. We're asking for compensation and we're asking for medical care. And as you go to tievents.org, you see our stores there. Please do purchase the hoodies, the T-shirts, and the other items that will help out with our donations as well. And do sign our petition, which is at the end of the particular tievents.org Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021 rallies and conferences. The petition is there because ultimately we will be taking the government to court on these issues. We let them know we are definitely serious. We are definitely serious over this. And in terms of speakers that will be there at the conference, Targeted Justice Skolji will be there. She will talk about hope, supplying targeted individuals with hope and moving forward. That this is, of course, we're sad about this happening. As American citizens, we're sad that we have to fight for our civil and human rights. But if that's what we're fighting for, then that's what we're fighting for. And we will stand together and fight for that, because there are other individuals coming along behind us. And we've got to pave the way to let them know that this is what we're doing. We're fighting for our civil and human rights under the Constitution. And we're on the side of righteousness. God is definitely on our side. This is more than just an ordinary fight. This is a spiritual fight as well. There are demonic forces against us. And we got to let them know that God is always in charge and He is always in control.
That's correct.
And you can rest assured.
Do we have a next question? I think we have a question from the chat room for you, Ann.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ann. This is Tranquility.
Hi, Tranquility.
First of all, I just want to tell everybody that I've been working with Ann for about 3 years now. and it's just been a real pleasure working with her. She's an amazing lady. Also, I have a question for you. As president of the Havana Syndrome Task Force, what motivated you to form this group?
Well, to tell you honestly, the motivation behind it is when I saw the Havana Act of year 2021. So I really kicked into gear when I saw the legislation, and I saw that the administration does acknowledge that there are weapons, and these weapons are directed energy weapons. For years, they've been ignoring us. For years, they've been saying, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. For many long years. You know, you must be sick or something. There's something must be wrong with you. As a American citizen, there's got to be something wrong with you. If you said that there are weapons attacking you, then all of a sudden the Havana Syndrome Act of year 2021 came out. Oh, well, now you acknowledge that there are weapons. You acknowledge that there are individuals who are being targeted by these weapons. How amazing after all this time. And we've been sitting and suffering, and no acknowledgement from the administration that these weapons even exist, let alone being targeted. So that's what made me kick into gear. That's what made me say, hey, we've got to do something. This is an opportunity for us to stand up and be supportive of one another and do something different. Of course, I have been part of other groups and things like that, and writing letters and letter campaigns and so forth, and putting things together and trying to get the administration to acknowledge, hey, these weapons do exist. Let's get the patents. Oh, let's all go and get the patents to show them, hey, these weapons do exist, and these are the patents behind it. And all along, the administration knew that the patents do exist. They knew that these weapons do exist. They knew that there are individuals who are being targeted by these weapons. Now they only acknowledge people from the intelligence community, like the FBI, the CIA, and others. From the intelligence community, they're being targeted by these weapons. And we're saying that there are American citizens who are being targeted by these weapons. And we want to be included in this legislation. And that's what we're fighting for. And we don't want to wait another year, another 2 years until a committee or something like that comes together and there's a report or something like that. We want acknowledgement today under this particular legislation. That's what I'm fighting for all of us. That's what I'm doing, and that's what made me kick into gear.
Amen. So, Anne, besides attending the rally, what are some other ways the community can get involved to show their support?
Well, some other ways they can get involved to show their support is to get on the conference call. Galgie has an amazing conference call where she does a lot of good work all along the way. And also, I want to let you know that even beyond this particular rally that we have coming up, there is the civil rights movement for Rosa Parks, which is a huge thing that comes about in Washington, D.C. I'm going to try to have another rally and conference at that time, too, so we can also be out there talking about our civil rights, our human rights as American citizens, and we want to be heard. This is the new civil rights and human rights issue that we have on the table, and we want the administration to know that we're fighting for those particular issues right now. We want them to address those issues right now. We want to be included in this Havana Act of year 2021. So that's up and coming too, and we always have some things coming along the way because I'm not giving up. I'm always planning and moving ahead. Even though I'm brutally suffering in pain, I have V2K and a lot of other things, burning and injuries and things like that. And I know a lot of us have the same things. And we're being injured. We're being put into the hospitals and things of that nature. Hang on.
Oh, they're doing the V2K on you too?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's 23 years in my case. That's terrible.
Okay. Yeah, it's 24 in mine. So I'm just 1 year shy of you. Yeah. After working for the Department of Defense, Department of Navy, and working with contractors like Lockheed Martin and Boeing. This is what I end up with. And of course, under Havana Act of year 2021, they only want to acknowledge those that go back to year 2016. That's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. So that's why we have a petition to let the administration know that they're going to have to do a whole lot better than that. A whole lot better, because there's so many of us that go beyond year 2016, that go way back a long time before that. So that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for more rallies, more conferences coming up. We're fighting for people like Dr. Bird, who's been nominated for the CDC advisory board. We want to vote him in, definitely. We want to make sure he's on our team. He is definitely on our team. He will be there, if not there in person, there virtually, to tell us what we need in terms of getting that Havana patient syndrome letter and documentation and moving on beyond that, because we do want to qualify for that Havana Act of year 2021 legislation and move forward beyond that, so he can tell us what we need. Any questions anyone may have, they can ask him at that time and have that cleared up. And who knows, other people have the same questions too, and maybe they're not open to be able to ask that question. So you're there to ask the question for them. And so that opens the door, and then we will have a very good discussion. People will feel like they walk away with something they can utilize and be able to place themselves in the next foot forward, getting the patient identification in terms of Havana syndrome, and also what is the next step after that? What do we need to do? I understand, like I said, there are 3 doctors we can go to. And also these doctors are willing to work with your doctor in your home state, wherever that may be. Maybe you're not able to travel to those 3 doctors. You get your doctor in your state to work with one of these doctors. And then you get the paperwork that you need, the tests that you need, so that you can move forward in this issue. So I do look forward to everyone being there. And, one step is one step ahead, and we will keep doing whatever it takes to open that door and keep that door open for all American citizens across the board. And God is on our side, for sure.
Wow. Does anyone have a question for Ann Baker? Any more questions for Ann Baker about her upcoming rally?
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. Come on in.
Hi, this is Jill. And I just want to tell you thank you for everything that you're doing on behalf of all of us. You are truly appreciated.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, too. Come out and support. I need your support. Okay.
Anybody else have any questions or comments for Ann Baker?
I have a comment.
Sure. Yes, come on in, Charlie.
Charlie. The other week I called up a radio talk show, and I eventually got kicked off. But it's a good way to reach a lot of people, if you get to go on the air.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah. I'm going to try to go on all the calls that I'm aware of. I'm going to try to set up and make sure I get the word out. And please do whatever you can do on your end, because we want these functions to be well attended. We want people to know about them and get an opportunity to come out to support, because it's a lot of time and effort and money that goes into putting these events together. So please do come out wherever you can and support whatever you can possibly do. We really appreciate it. We really do.
Very good. Any other questions for Ann? Come on in. Yes.
I have a question for Ann.
Hi.
Hi, Ann. Thank you for all this work, both of you. I just wanted to know, I'm in Chicago too. Do you have any references for a doctor to diagnose Havana syndrome in Chicago? I don't really have my own doctor right now.
Yes, my particular doctor, but I'm working with him because I do want him to work with Dr. Shijinko, and I want to visit her and find out exactly what it is that she needs in terms of working with my doctor. So when I come back here to Chicago, I'm from Chicago, Illinois, that my doctor can form an alliance with her and also be able to work with her. I already told him I wanted him to work with her more directly because he doesn't not fully knowledgeable about a lot of the technology that goes on and so forth and ways in which he can possibly help me. So I think it's very important that you do that in your home state. Try to get your particular doctor to work with one of the 3 doctors that have been listed with Dr. Bird. That he recommends that we reach out to that can possibly help us in getting the Havana syndrome patient documentation. That's a huge step in the right direction, a huge step.
I'm in Chicago too, but I don't have a doctor.
Oh, you are?
Right now.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I just wonder if you could give me your doctor's name or phone number. Would you prefer to do that through email?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, definitely email me. Did you get my email earlier?
No, I don't because I don't have any email. I have a caretaker who comes in about 3 days a month. And she lets me use her email. It's pretty hit and miss, but they hacked on my iPad and my tablet, so I don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, let me give you my phone number. You can call me. Okay. The number is 312. 388.
388.
388 5329.
5329. All right, thank you.
5329. And just bear in mind that I'm just getting started in terms of getting my doctor to communicate with Dr. Shijinko because Dr. Shijinko, I understand, do takes Medicare and Medicaid. That's another issue in terms of payment. That's something else I will be asking the administration for as a grant for those who don't have Medicaid and Medicare. This is some way that they can start the process and maybe get a lot of the medical situation resolved in terms of dollars. I'm very fortunate to have Medicaid and Medicare. So that is an important issue because I know Dr. Shijinko does take that. She does take both of them. But I know that there could be some out-of-pocket expenses too. And see, all of that we will be discussing at the event. And it's important for people to know that. And also, if you don't have Medicare and Medicaid, I believe there's some county care or something. It is here in the state of Illinois, so I'm thinking it has to be across the country. They have something like a county care or something. But we can also Google that and search for that for each person that comes from their state and see where they need to go in terms of filling out applications so they can qualify for certain medical care that they may not be eligible under some other type of insurances. But some of them require you to pay out-of-pocket expenses, which can be astronomical. You know we don't have that. So we try to get together what we can for each and every person that comes. We find out what is going on in their state that they can possibly qualify for, because I know here in the state of Illinois we have something like a county care, but I never search into it because I've always had Medicare and Medicaid. So that kind of puts me in a situation. I'm sorry.
Could you spell Tier County? Is it Tier Tier or Kacaer? I'm sorry.
You mean Care Care? Yeah,
perfect.
Care County. Care County. And that's kind of a guesstimate off the top of my head because I have seen it, and I do have Medicaid and Medicare. So I wasn't really that interested in it, But I do know that there's across the country. If they have it here, they got to have it across the country, and it's probably called something else. But we can Google it for each person that comes. Each person that comes, we'll find out what it is in their state that they may qualify for, particularly if they don't qualify for Medicaid and Medicare. We can do that for each person. That shouldn't even be a hard job, and find out where they need to start in terms of getting their doctor to talk to the 3 doctors that are available for targeted individuals to be able to get that patient Havana syndrome documentation so they can start the process and to move forward. So that's what we need. We want compensation and medical care. And like I said, one of the other things I'm talking about is a grant. It's a grant for those who don't have any type of monies at all, even to travel to these doctors and even for their doctors to get the basic tests that they need in order to move forward. Because that's what we're talking about, people moving forward. And I want everyone to feel like they gain something by coming. That's what I want them to feel like. They gain something by coming that they didn't have before, and they can move forward and work with whatever it is that they gain.
Very good. I think we had one more question from the audience.
Okay.
Come on in.
Hi, Ann.
Hi.
I just wondered in your petition and also in any of your signage, do you include any wording regarding the live organized
well, I know one of the things that I know the administration, and it's kind of obvious, they want us to sit and they figure that our perp eventually will kill us off. And there won't be any recouping or any monies or anything like that once that perp kills us off. And then they won't have to worry about recognition or making anyone aware of the fact that we're targeted and have been targeted for many long years and have been complaining for many long years, and they have been ignoring us for many long years. I want survivor benefits. There will be a letter in your folder for those who come, identifying in your state that you are a targeted individual and you have been for X amount of years and so forth. And, this is what your perpetrator been doing to you, and he's been slowly killing you. And these are the effects, and we insist upon survivor benefits. And that's another thing I'm fighting for. So please do bear that in mind. In my letters to the president, whether it be President Biden or President Trump, I always talk about these are the things we really want. We want a grant, number one. We want survivor benefits. We want recognition. And that you're not sitting waiting for our perpetrators to just kill us off and then their job is done. We don't have to worry about you anymore.
No. Okay.
That's not going to be realistic. It's not going to be realistic. There's going to be a draft statement that all targeted individuals can sign off on and identify themselves as being targeted for X amount of years, whether their family members are aware of it or not, because we know, all family members are not necessarily aware of it, and if they are, they may not support it for whatever reason. And some of us are blessed to have family members who are aware of it and are very supportive, but that doesn't happen often. And so we want to have some type of statement with our state. And I understand it's a registration with your state that you can let them know that you're a targeted individual, and any survivor benefits that may come along definitely should go to your family. And the administration is not going to sit there and wait until your perpetrator kills you off. Oh, that's one less victim we have to worry about. No, that's not going to be an issue.
I have a question.
That's good. I'm sorry, but I just wanted, do you include any wording about the live in-person piece of this, the organized harassment?
You mean in terms of stalking? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
One step at a time. They have a hard time swallowing this. This is on the board. This is on the books already. They have a hard time adjusting and swallowing this. One step at a time. We're moving one step at a time. That is coming down the road as we move forward. So I do want you to know that we are subjected to stalking where we go. They take our freedom away, ability to even move about and to have that freedom. We don't realize it until we're smothered out and pushed out and harassed and intimidated. Street behavior and all of that. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. No American citizen should have to be subjected to this type of behavior. This is totally ridiculous. So
I agree. Let's see if anybody else has a question for you. Anyone else for Ann Baker before we move to the book club?
I just wanted to say hello to Ann. We've known each other for a really long time, and it's nice to hear your voice again. This is Chrissy Ann.
Oh, hi, Chrissy.
We met many years ago, many years ago. So, we're one of the pioneers. But I just wanted to say it and wish you the best of luck. We were at a rally before. We've done a couple of things together, and I know where your heart and passion is, and I'm very glad that your voice is going to be representing us. So please be safe always, and know that you definitely have my support 100%.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Okay. And it was lovely talking to you again, all right?
Lovely talking to you, too. Come out.
Come out if you can, please. Anybody else for Ann Baker before we go to the book club?
Yes, I just wanted to know, where's the rally?
Go ahead.
Where's the rally?
Mm-hmm.
Where would the rally be?
You said where is it? Did you say where
would
is
it be?
Oh, it's going to be at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. on January 20th. And please do go to gievents.org.
Okay.
And scroll down to the bottom.
Diane.
Yeah. Okay. And go for updates, because we'll be updating that particular page. And that'll have the latest information on there. And also, DJ Chris has offered to have me come back, and I will give you another update as well in another week or so.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ann. I just wanted to, I got in late. I'm Diane from Buffalo, New York, and I just wanted everybody to know that I'm still here. Same thing, same thing.
You're very welcome.
Very cool. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else for Ann Baker before we go to the book club?
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you for her time and all her efforts. And then I was wondering if she happened to read the article. It's been about a week ago, Dr. Len Bear on Substack, and he actually written a nice article, and it's I think he was in preparation, for nominating him for
nominating Dr. Bear.
Yeah. He read
I fully endorse it.
About 20 pages on how doctors are guided through how to recognize Savannah syndrome.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for your support.
Yeah. Did you actually read the article that Dr. Len Bear put out for physicians on how to recognize Savannah syndrome?
Oh, yes, for sure. It's got to be one of the things we talk about, the article, whether he comes in virtually or come in person. He's also from the state of Illinois as well, so we definitely want him to come in and speak to us either virtually or in person. That'll be fantastic if we can get him to come in person. He can answer each and every person's questions that they may have. And maybe even open some doors concerning his articles that he's written that we may have questions about and, clear up a lot of particular issues on that too. So we look forward to it. It's going to be a very good event, historical. It's going to be a very good event.
Yes, it is. And that article is nice. You can ask them if you can hand it to your own doctor.
Yes.
But thank you for your time.
Yes,
thank you,
sure.
Ann Baker. Thank you, everybody, for your time. And we'll remain for a few moments after the book club, which is only a few minutes. And you can ask more questions after that. Let's go ahead and switch to the book club. Please stand by. Ann Baker, sounds like we're really popping here with the questions, so we'll come back to you in just a moment. Here we go.
It's time for the TI Book Club, where every book opens a door to new worlds and shared journeys. Here, we uncover hidden gems, specially selected for TIs, and always within your reach. Be part of a community that reads together, grows together, and sees the world through the same lens. Don't just listen to stories, live them with us. Join now at bookclubs.com/TI-bookclub/join, and let's turn the pages of adventure together.
Well, thank you, Mr. Announcer. The book club now has 190 members. We just broke a record. Of course, as we said, the top 3 books came out, and one of them was the top read was Tranquility's book, Meet at Mastery. So check that out on Amazon. You can also go to TI Events to purchase the book, and there's a link. But the book today we're talking about is the second week of discussion, and that is with Kevin Shipp's new book, The Twilight of a Shadow Government, How Transparency Will Kill the Deep State. And this book is very interesting because I believe a lot of our targeting is CIA-based, and this book gives you an insight of how the CIA operates, including going after their own people and hurting them, which they did to Kevin Shipp. He has a co-writer with him and writes a very compelling story on the history of the CIA and how he was in protective custody of a couple of the directors of the CIA when they were ill. So it's a real interesting read. We give it an 8, and it's in the book club. We meet every week. On behalf of the TI Book Club, that's Laura and Tranquility and myself, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And again, that is Twilight of a Shadow Government, How Transparency Will Kill the Deep State. That is a brand new book that just came out on Amazon. It's out right now, and check it out. Anyway, we'll go back now to Ann Baker and see if someone has an additional question for her. Come on in for Ann Baker if you do. It's open mic. I think we got everybody. Very good. Ann Baker, are you still here?
Yes, I am still here.
Okay. Well, if someone has a question for you, it's open mic. We're going to go ahead and end the recording so we can go ahead and have open mic. And if you have more questions for Ann Baker, that would be great. Thank you for watching on your favorite platform. Please like and subscribe and make a comment and let me know how we did on our show. And I do read the comments and make a response. So thank you. The ending of the recording is now.